Hello students, today we will do problems on weighted average cost of capital. So this is the first problem. Calculate weighted average cost of capital for XYZ Limited using book value weights and market value weights. So they have given you the sources of capital. The company has borrowed from equity, preference, retained earnings, debentures, and they have taken term loan. This is the amount that they have borrowed in the book value that comes to almost 1 crore, and these are the market values. They had borrowed equity of 40 lakh in book value, but now the market value, the share price has increased, so the market value is 50 lakh. Similarly, is the case with others. So the market value is 1 crore 8 lakh, and these are the cost of equity, cost of preference, retained earnings, debt, and term loan. These we learned how to calculate individually: KD, KP, KE. Here they have given the cost values directly. We need not calculate. They have asked us to calculate the weighted average cost of capital. So the weighted average cost of capital can be calculated in with this format. You need to write the source in the first column. So they have borrowed from equity, preference, retained earnings, debentures, and term loans. Then you mention the amounts: 40 lakh, 10 lakh, 15 lakh, 20 lakh, 15 lakh. That is 1 crore. Now the next step is to find the weightage. How will you find the weightage? You divide the equity value with the total value to get the equity weight. So 40 lakh divided by 1 crore, you get it as 0.4. Then 10 lakh divided by 1 crore, you get it as 0.1. 15 lakh divided by 1 crore, 0.15. Debentures 20 lakh divided by 1 crore, 0.2. 15 lakh divided by 1 crore, 0.15. So these are the weights that you get, and the total of the weights is 1. Specific cost. These are the costs which are given in the question. If you see here, the last column 16, 14, 10, 6, and 8. So I've just taken it as it is. Weights you have to take in decimals, and cost you have to take it as it is in percentage. Both you can't take in decimals because you will get answers in decimals which would not be right. Weights in decimals and cost in percentage. So now you multiply the weightage with the specific cost to get the weighted average cost of capital. So 0.4 into 16, you get 6.4. 0.1 into 14, 1.4. 0.15 into 10, 1.5. So on, you multiply all and find the total. The total will be the weighted average cost of capital. This is for book value weights. Now let's do it for market value. The similar method we use. We write the source, we write the market values now. So this column, if you see, 50 lakh, 11 lakh, 50,000. So you've written the market values and the total. The total here is 1 crore 8 lakh, but if you add it, it's coming to 1 crore 9 lakh. So that was the mistake. It's 1 crore 9 lakh. This total is 110C. So the total 1 crore 9 lakh. Now we find the weightage. 50 lakh divided by 1 crore 9 lakh, you get 0.46. You may get more than 2 decimals here. Your answer may differ if you take all the decimals. So that is okay. I have taken only two, after the decimal, only 2 digits. You can take all digits, 4 digits. The more digits you take, the more accurate answer you get. 11 lakh 50,000 divided by 1 crore 9 lakh, you get 0.10. So similar way, we find the weightages and we total it. Now these are the costs given: 16, 14, 10, 6, and 8. So you multiply the weightage with the cost, you get WACC 7.36. 0.10 into 14, 1.4, and so on so forth. So the weighted average cost of capital with market value weights, by taking market value into account and finding the weights, it's 12.22%. I hope the problem is clear. Let's do the next one. Now this problem is a little difficult because here we have to find the specific cost also, that is cost of debt, cost of equity. They've not given it. We have to find it first and then find the weighted average cost of capital. So following is the balance sheet of S Limited. Liabilities is given, amount, assets, and amount. The company plans to pay a dividend of rupees 18 on equity shares, which is expected to grow at 3%. Currently, the equity shares is selling at 150. Then they've given you the details of preference shares, then debentures and the tax rate. So let's solve it one by one. First, we'll find the cost of equity. The formula for cost of equity is P is equals to D divided by MPS plus G into 100. So here in the question, they've given dividend is 18 rupees, market price is 150 rupees, and the growth rate is 3%. So dividend 18 divided by 150 market price plus 0.03% growth rate into 100, you get it as 15%. Now let's find cost of preference. You see here the preference shares are redeemable after 5 years at rupees 110 per share, and debentures are redeemable. So we have to use the redeemable formula. So preference shares are redeemable. KP is equals to DP plus RV minus NP. This formula we use. We assume the face value to be 100. Dividend is they have given in the balance sheet 12% preference shares. So 12% is the dividend. 12% of 100, you get 12 rupees dividend. Redeemable value they have told here in the last line of the question. The preference shares are redeemable after 5 years at rupees 110. So 110 is the redeemable value. They are redeemable after 5 years, and the net proceeds are 120. Because here if you see, they have said preference shares at rupees equity is selling at rupees 150 per share and preference shares at rupees 120. So preference shares is selling at rupees 120. Therefore, that is the net proceeds. If you sell them today, you get the net proceeds. So we take selling price as the net proceeds. So cost of preference, if you put all these values in the formula and solve it, you get 8.69%. Next is cost of retained earnings. Earlier also I told you cost of retained earnings is equal to cost of equity. So we have got equity 15%. The same I'm taking for cost of retained earnings 15%. Next we'll do cost of debt. KD is equals to I plus RV minus NP into 100. So for cost of debt, this is the data given. The question has two parts. This is the second, the below part of the question. If you see here, debentures are redeemable. So they are redeemable after 10 years. Here is the question. After 10 years at par, calculate the weighted average cost of capital using book value and market value weights. So here, cost of retained earnings 15% as I told you. So we will find the cost of debt now. So cost of debt, it is being redeemable after 10 years, and then it is selling at what price? Let's just check. Debentures are selling at 96, so this is the net proceeds 96. Then face value we assume it to be 100, and 10% is the interest on that. So on 100, 10% interest. Face value 100, that is your redeemable value, minus net proceeds 96. This is the value at which the debentures have been sold, divided by 10 years. So we have to put the values in these formulas. 1 minus tax rate is 50%. You get KD as 5.30. So first we do all these working notes. We find all the cost of equity, cost of debt, cost of preference, and cost of retained earnings. Now we can put it in the weighted average table. So source, we have equity, preference, reserves, and debt. Amounts are given in the question. That is in the balance sheet. Whatever is the value, we take that. So equity 20 lakh. Preferences 5 lakh, reserves 5 lakh, debentures 20 lakh. We don't take the current liabilities. We are finding the cost of capital only for long-term liabilities. They are never found out for short-term liabilities. So the same is taken here. 20 lakh, 5 lakh, 5 lakh, and 20 lakh. So the total comes to 50 lakh. Similar way, we'll find the weightage. 20 lakh divided by 50 lakh, you get 0.4. 5 lakh divided by 50 lakh, 0.1. So equity value divided by total, preference value divided by total, reserves divided by total. You get the weightages. These are the costs that you have found out in your solution. So if you see here, you have found cost of equity 15%, cost of preference 8.69%, retained earnings 15%, and debt 5.30. So 15, 8.69, 15, and 5.30. When you multiply the weightage with the specific cost, you get the weighted average cost. So when you add it, it's 10.48%. Again, if your decimals differ here, this will answer will differ. Now for market value weights, if you look at the question, there are no market values given. They've just given us the balance sheet in which we always have the book values. So we have to find the market values. So how do we find the market values? We know the market value per share and per debenture. So market value weights, first we'll find the market value of equity, book value and market value. Book value, we always assume it to be 100, that's the face value. Market value is the equity is selling at 150 is what they've given in the question. If you see here, equity is selling at 150. So if the book value is 100, market value is 150. So in the balance sheet, if the book value is 20 lakh, how much will be the market value? See the balance sheet, book value is 20 lakh. So how much will be the market value? If you cross multiply, you get 20 lakh into 150 divided by 100, that comes to 30 lakh. This is the market value of equity. Similarly, market value of preference shares, assume book value 100, they're selling at 120, so that's the market value. Balance sheet preference shares value is 5 lakh, so how much will be the market value? If you cross multiply, you get it as 6 lakh. Reserves, book value and market value will always remain the same because reserves are not sold in the market, so it doesn't have a market value. Whatever is the book value, it will be the same. Only in the question, if they say that the market values are different, you can take it for reserves. But you can't find and calculate it, so if nothing is given, you take reserves, book value, market value, both as same. Debentures will assume book value 100, it is selling for 96, so that's the market value. And in the balance sheet, the book value is 2 lakhs, so how much would be the market value? It will come to, sorry, 20 lakhs, so how much would be the market value? It will come to 19 lakh 20,000. So now we take the market values, that is 30 lakh, 6 lakh, 5 lakh, and 19 lakh 20,000, which we have calculated in these notes. See here, 30 lakh, 6 lakh, reserve same 5 lakh, and debt 19 lakh 20,000. Total is 60 lakh 20,000. So now you do 30 lakh divided by 60 lakh 20,000, you get the weightage 0.49. 6 lakh divided by 60 lakh 20,000, 0.09, and so on so forth. If you take more than 2 decimals, the answer will differ a little. These are the costs that we found out. These we are taking same because for market value, book value, the cost won't differ. So these costs only 15, 8.69, 15 and 5.3. The same cost we are taking. Now we multiply the weightage with the specific cost to get the weighted average cost of capital. So once you multiply, you get 10.97%, the total after multiplying. So remember one thing, you take weightages always in decimals and you take cost as full, that is 15%, 8.69%. You don't convert it to decimals. I hope it's clear. Let's go further. This is the third problem. Shrija Limited provides you the following information. This is similar to the sum that we did now. So they've given you the balance sheet and they've given you the details below. Currently, equity shares are selling at rupees 200 per share. Preference shares at 105, debentures 92. During the year, company earns 40 per share and the payout ratio is 60%. So they've not given you dividend. They've given you EPS is 40 and of that 60% we have to pay dividend. In preference shares are redeemable after 10 years, whereas debentures are redeemable after 5 years at a premium of 10%. Tax rate is given and the weighted average cost of capital you have to find. So the tax rate is actually 50%, not 15%. I think there's an error here. So this is 50%. It's not 15%. We need to change this one. You have to take debentures as, tax as 50%. Okay, so this part is not right. I'll try to change it. This is incorrect. This is 50%. Okay, so let's start. Here I have not changed, you need to change it and you note down. Okay, so first cost of equity, the formula is dividend divided by MPS plus growth rate into 100. Dividend is not given, EPS is given as 40. I hope it's visible. Let me convert it to visible. EPS is 40 and dividend payout ratio is 60%. So 40 into 60%, we get it as 24. So dividend 24 divided by market price per share 200 plus they're not given you the growth rate 0 into 100. Market price per share, if you see here, equity shares are selling at rupees 300 and nothing about the growth rate is mentioned. So 24 divided by 200 plus 0 growth rate into 100, if we do, we get the cost of equity as 12%. Now cost of debt, the debt is redeemable. So we are using the redeemable formula. We assume face value as 100, interest is 8%. So 8% of 100 is 8 rupees. It is redeemable after 5 years. So N is 5. Tax rate is 50%. Now redeemable value. If you look at the question, they have told here, debentures are redeemable after 5 years at a premium of 10%. So we are going to redeem it by paying 10% more when we are paying. So for RV, they have given you the premium. So 100 plus 10% of 100, that comes to 110, and net proceeds is nothing but the selling price of debentures. So here the debentures are selling at rupees 92, so that we take it as net proceeds. 92 is the selling price of debentures. So now if you see KD is equals to I 8 rupees plus RB 110 minus NP 92 divided by 5 years, the whole divided by 110 plus 93 divided by 2 into 1 minus tax into 100, you get it as 5.74%. Now cost of preference are also redeemable after 10 years. Assume face value 100, 14% preference shares is given in the balance sheet. See here 14% preference shares, so we take 14%. Here debentures were 8%, so we took 8%. And then preference shares are selling at 105, so this will be the net proceeds. So preference shares face value 100, dividend 14, time 10 years, redeemable value they have not told anything whether it will be premium or what, so we take it as equal to face value. Net proceeds, it is selling at 105, I told you, so we're taking it as 105. So if you put it in the formula, 14 dividend plus redeemable value 100 minus net proceeds 105 divided by 10 years, the whole divided by 100 plus 105 divided by 2 into 100, no tax rate here, so you get 13.71%. Now cost of retained earnings I told you is equal to cost of equity. So cost of equity we had got as 12%. The same I'm taking it for cost of retained earnings. Now in the balance sheet there's one more thing, that is cost of term loan. So I'm calling it as KT. It is similar to cost of debt. So we're treating it like irredeemable cost of debt because they have not told term loan is redeemable when, after how many years and all this. So we will not be able to do that. So irredeemable will assume. So if you see here, we assume it as face value to be 100. So term loan interest they have given in the question as 12%. So 12% of 100, that is 12 rupees would be the interest divided by net proceeds. Assume it as 100 because you have assumed face value 100 into 1 minus tax rate into 100. You get cost of term loan as 6%. Remember, I have assumed face value 100. So net proceeds will also be 100 because they have not told the selling price of term loans, and interest will be 12% of 100, that is 12 rupees. So therefore you have got this particular value of term loan. So it is 6%. 12 divided by 100 into 1 minus 0.5. Now we have got the cost of all the sources of finance that we are doing. So now using that we find the weighted average cost of capital with book value. So source, equity, preference, retained earning, debentures and term loans, the amount, book value amounts there in the question, that is 50 lakh, 20 lakh, 40 lakh, 60 lakh, 30 lakh and 50 lakh. The same amount is taken here if you observe. So we have taken that particular amount. Equity 50 lakh, 20 lakh, 40 lakh, 60 lakh, 30 lakh, total comes to 200 lakhs. Weightage 50 lakh divided by 200 lakhs, you get 0.25. Then 50 lakh, 20 lakh divided by 200 lakh, 0.1, then 0.2, 0.3, 0.15, total comes to 1. Specific cost we have calculated in our previous calculation, the same I'm using. Equity 12%, debt 5.74, preference 13.17, term loan 6%, and cost of retained earnings equal to cost of equity. So our calculated specific costs are taken here. Multiply the weightage with the specific cost, you will get the WACC. So 0.25 into 12 is 3, 0.1 into 13.17, 1.317, and so on. Multiply, when you add it, you get the weighted average cost of capital, that is 9.33. Now again for market value weights, we have to find the market value weighted average cost of capital. So we have to find market values. So equity, book value will assume as 100, market value is the selling value which they have given in the question as 200. So if equity book value is 50 lakh in the balance sheet, what would be the market value? If you cross multiply, you get it as 1 crore. Preference book value assume 100, market value they have told it is sold at 105, and in the balance sheet book value is 20 lakhs. So how much would be the market value? It comes to 21 lakhs. Debt book value assume it as 100, market value is 92. If book value is 62 lakh, how much? You get 55 lakh 20,000. For term loans, there is no market value to be found out. because they are not told the selling price of term loans. And for retained earnings also, as I told you, till they don't give, we cannot find any market value. So for retained earnings, I've kept it same balance sheet value, which is 40 lakh if you see here, and the term loan 30 lakh as it is. The rest we have found the market values, so we kept them the same, and the total of the all the amounts comes to 2 crore 46 lakh 20,000. We find the weightage, that is equity value 1 crore divided by 2 crore 46 lakh 20,000. We get it as 0.41. Same way, difference shares divided by total, and this is how you get the weightages. You can take more than 2 digits, as I had told you. If you take more than 2 digits after the decimal, the answer will change a little. Specific cost is the cost that we found out in the working notes which we've done previously. So equity was 12, preference was 13.17, retained earnings equal to equity we took, so 12, dependence 5.74, and term loan 6%. When you multiply with weightage with specific cost, you get the WACC. So 4.92, 1.185, and so on. If you add the total is 10%. So for book value weights, it was 9.33. For market value, it is 10%. I hope it's clear. This is the last problem. The Zentex company has the following capital structure. They give me the equity capital, debentures, and preference shares. The company expects a dividend of ₹5 next year, and expected growth rate in market prices 25. Assume tax rate as 50%. Calculate WACC using book value weights. If the preference shares are irredeemable, calculate WACC. So these are two different questions. We'll first solve the first one. So they've not given the specific cost. We have to find the specific cost. So first we'll start with cost of equity. The formula for cost of equity is dividend divided by MPS plus G into 100. Dividend is 5 rupees divided by market price 25 plus growth rate is 0.07 into 100. All this is given in the question. See here, the company expects a dividend of 5 rupees. The growth rate and expected growth rate is 7%. I think that has got cut here. This is 7% here, which I think I have missed it while pasting the photo. And the market price is 25. So when you solve this particular sum, you can use these three values. So 5 divided by 25 plus 0.07 into 100, you get it as 27%. That's the cost of equity. Cost of debt, they have not told debt is redeemable after how many years. So we assume it to be irredeemable. That means there is no years given. So if it is irredeemable, we take the simple formula I divided by NP into 1 minus tax rate into 100. So face value is 100 and the interest rate is 12%. So here if you see, interest rate would be 12% of 100, which is 12, divided by net proceeds 100, because nothing is told, it is selling at what price. So we assume face value only equal to net proceeds into 1 minus tax rate into 100. You get KD as 6%. Cost of preference, that is redeemable. Here if you see, 8%, 1000 preference shares of ₹100 each, issued at 95, redeemable after 6 years. Now this issued at 95, this is net proceeds. This 100 is face value. 8% on 100, you will get 8 rupees as dividend. 6 years, after 6 years it is redeemable, and redeemable value will also be 100 because they have not told it is redeemable at a premium. So whatever is the face value, at that we redeem. So see here, dividend on 100 rupees, 8%, 8, N is 6 years, redeemable value 100, net proceeds is 95 because that's the selling value. It is being issued at 95. Okay. So if we put all those values in the formula, we get KP as 9.05. So we can find the WACC now. We have the values of debt equity. Equity 3 lakh, debt 1 lakh, and preference shares 1 lakh, total 5 lakh. This is given in the question. If you see here, 3, 1, and 1, total 5 lakh. So we use the same. So we will find the weightage now. So 3 lakh divided by 5 lakh, 0.6, 1 lakh divided by 5 lakh, 0.2, 0.2. Specific cost we have found 27%, 6%, and 9.05%. So if you multiply the weightage with the cost, you get 16.2%, 1.2, and 1.81, total 19.21%. This is the answer for the first question. Second question, they are told assume cost of preference to be irredeemable. Irredeemable means we should ignore that number of years and we should use the simple formula. So DP upon NP into 100. Dividend is 8 rupees. NP 95 because we are selling it or it is issued at 95 into 100. Your cost of preference will change. 8.42 it will be. Previously it was 9.05. Now this, see here, it was 9.05 when it was redeemable, big formula. Now it is irredeemable, so it is 8.42. So WSEC will find now source, equity, debentures, preference shares, amount same, 3 lakh, 1 lakh, 1 lakh. Weightages also will be same, 3 lakh divided by 5 lakh. Only thing will change is the preference cost. Equity 27, debentures 6, preference instead of 9.02, now we have to take 8.42. Instead of 9.05, we are taking 8.42. So when you multiply the weightage with the cost, you will get the weighted average cost of capital. So 0.6 into 27, 16.2, 0.2 into 6, 1.2, 0.2 into 8.42, 1.684, total 19.08. So this is the answer for the second question. I hope all the problems were clear and you have no doubts. In this problem, I'm repeating again. Here the growth rate is 7%. It has got cut. So you need to basically take 7% there. It is missing, or while pasting the image, I think I've cut it there. So I'll just try and mention it here. The growth rate is 7%. Okay, so you have to take it as 7% and solve it. I hope it was clear and there were no doubts. Thank you.